When you combine planning for your eventual demise with engaging a complex legal and financial planning process, it's no wonder why many people shy away from estate planning. And there are many misconceptions surrounding estate planning and that process that can make it seem like an even more daunting task. Joining me is Jon Floyd with Prospect Estate Planning in Scottsdale, Arizona. So Jon, estate planning is something that a lot of people think is only for the wealthy.
Yeah, Scott, that's a total misconception, right? I mean, the limits for probate in most states are under $100,000. And if you own a home, that's usually a big factor in triggering a probate. So, you factor that in, that's already at some very low levels. But then if you really consider, the fact that estate planning is more than just about either a will or a living trust, there's also other documents like powers of attorney. So you tell me, do just wealthy people become incapacitated? They're going to use these other documents. So yeah, the total misconception on it only being for the wealthy.
So you just talked about probate. What is probate and why is it something that everybody should avoid?
Well, first of all, it's completely unnecessary, right? It can be very time consuming, it can be very expensive, and it's basically you're letting the state of Arizona or the state that you live in, they're now becoming involved in your personal business, and things become very, very public. And again, it can take a lot of time and it can come at a very high expense. And again, it's totally unnecessary.
Now there's another myth that estate planning is very expensive. Talk about that.
Yeah, you want to know it's expensive? Going through a probate, having nothing at all. I mean, not only just from a financial perspective. I mean, if you're looking at, even if a probate were to cost you $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, we've seen more advanced probates get into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So when you think about what the initial upfront cost is, and yes, there is an initial upfront cost, but when you factor in what it could cost your family or could cost you from an emotional standpoint or a personal standpoint, it's a real bargain to get the estate planning done now as opposed to having to deal with the probate down the road.
Now, many people also think that a will is enough. That's not true, is it?
No, that's not true. I mean, a will is better than having nothing at all, right? If you die with nothing at all, it's called dying intestate. And dying intestate means that the state of Arizona is going to determine what's going to happen to all of your assets. If you have a will, obviously you're giving a little bit more direction, but really, what most people should be doing these days is going through with a revocable living trust. That's really going to be the only way to really protect your family from this probate process.
That's Jon Floyd with Prospect Estate Planning in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is Retirement News Online.